What's up, people? Zacatech here, bringing another reaction video to Vivy Fluorite Eye song, Season 1, Episode 11, World's End Modulation, if I'm pronouncing that right, April 11th, 2161. Jesus Christ. So, I don't think there's ever end credits to these episodes of this. If there is, no, I don't think there is. But let's get into this episode and see what happens. She's trying to make her own song. Even asked, like a Google thing, if anybody a robot ever has. and robots never have. And she'd be the first one to do so. But, see what happens. Jesus Christ, I didn't think it would be this loud.
It's a new flavor. Try it. It's free. One, please.
Of course. Here.
Here you are. Oh, thank you so much. What's wrong? Let me have it.
They all stopped. What does that mean?
Now I'm utterly confused.
I'm sorry. Are you all right? Please wait. What's going on?
Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your patronage.
So, why did this still happen after she changed everything,
First
supposedly?
of all, I need to make sure you haven't been affected like the other AIs, have you, Vivy?
What is this? Wasn't the Ophelia incident different from the original timeline?
I don't know.
Same with Grace and Dr. Sayaki's case, and Estella and Elizabeth too. Not to mention Aikawa.
I can't explain it, all right? I've been in sleep mode for the last 15 years, but today was the one day I was awake, so that I could finally see the fruits of our labor.
So that means...
That's right. Today is the 11th of April in the year 2161. The day the war between AIs and humans began in the original timeline. The Singularity Project has ended in failure.
So everything she's done, it's failed. So everything she's done is like, it was pointless. I mean, in a sense, if this thing would not stop being stupid. Okay, so retarded. Let's make sure I actually skipped it. Okay. That was so dumb.
Everybody, to Neoland! No.
I'm not gonna get copyrighted for them just doing this da-da-da thing. Watch me get copyrighted. I got copyrighted for one of the episodes for no reason. Wouldn't be shocked if I get copyrighted for the little bit I did.
You don't have to forgive me. Go ahead and resent me. It was you who rescued me from rock bottom. You and you alone. The next 100 years will be a great burden to you, and this role is a cruel one. I'm sure you wouldn't want this, but please, just one more time for who I was that day. Diva, the future, and humankind. The only one who's allowed to sing that song.
Matsumoto.
Roger that. Go. Pardon me.
Okay.
Diva.
When I first heard about it, I didn't think it could be true. But then it really did end up being you, Osamu.
But how? No, the program isn't running yet.
Well, you see, in the former timeline, you already succeeded in executing it. Of course, it was at the cost of your own life.
So
Okay,
you
I was about
all
to say, didn't he
all
die
this
last
from the
time?
I met you as a child? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You were born solely to sing, and yet I still forced you. It must have been so hard for you these past 100 years. I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Don't worry about all that. I'm just glad that you survived this time.
And then he's really gonna actually die in a different way now.
Endured so much.
We did everything that we were meant to, but it still wasn't enough. Master, please tell us what must be done to remedy this. We must put an end to this war at all costs. After all, that's the entire reason you created me.
Yet you still, I can't let her go through any more.
No, I feel the same way. That is why I am here, to protect my audience. I'll end this war. That is the only way I can go on to make everyone happy with my singing.
I understand. If after all that you're still willing to fight for us, then I'll see it through with you to the very end. First off, let's meet up with our allies. They might have some useful intel.
Wait, what allies?
I mean Toke.
What? Okay.
Hey, are you alright?
Jesus.
And the jamming device?
It's no good! It doesn't seem to be working at all! Damn it!
If you have the time to whine, then make yourselves useful! Don't let them get anywhere near our leader!
The perimeter squad needs backup.
What's going on?
Who the hell is that?
Completely different person. I thought it was her for a second. It's a completely different person.
Go now! Open fire!
Osamu,
Are the actual bullets even working?
I'm okay.
Doing anything?
And you too?
Don't worry about us. The anti-personnel combat program you wrote is masterful. Ever since we installed it, this absolute savage of an AI has remained undefeated. Although someone refused to have it installed at first.
Don't move!
There's no need for that. We're all friends here.
Please wait! These two are not the enemy! Doctor, you saw her fight just now, right? They came here to join our side.
Wait, you're... Damn it, you're Diva, aren't you? Stop every one of those AIs right now. If you
Whoa,
don't,
what are you talking about? Do you think that
shut your trap!
You said it yourself, that those rogue AIs are all singing her song, right? Was it you who put them up to it?
No, it was not. Even I do not know what. Hold on a second. How many times do I have to tell you to communicate with words before you start using bullets?
Yes, but
Dr. Matsumoto, I'm glad to see you alive. How is the project?
it is a failure. This version of her has already worked on it the past 100 years.
No, don't tell me. And the timeline we are in now.
Yes, that's right. We're in the revised version.
I told you it was a ridiculous idea. I mean, it sounds like something out of a movie.
You people never learned any manners, did you? I'll have you know that over the entire last century, you've caused us nothing but trouble. So you think a simple sorry or thank you would be the first thing out of your mouths?
Get the hell off me!
We saved you just now. We're your savior AIs. Get it through your thick skulls.
I think we should regroup for now. I want you to tell me everything you know about what's going on.
I doubt that we know much more than you do. But sure. This way, please. And the rest of you, recover the wounded and the bodies.
Right.
Strange.
Right? How many can we mobilize now?
Less than half of them.
Does this thing move?
And what about the jamming device? If we can use that, we should be able to subdue at least some
Why
miners
are
in range.
hold on? People, this
Possible
thing.
if we can replace the broken circuit. But with the position we're in.
Right, understood. Prioritize taking care of the wounded then. You need to stay strong, alright?
Understood.
There we go. Stupid thing. Because I
And
would
once
think
again,
I'd notice
I'm
that.
so relieved that you survived, Dr. Matsumoto. And this must be Diva, yes? And
My name is Matsumoto.
did you say Matsumoto?
I know what you want to say, and I'm sure it's quite confusing. However, after using it for over a century, I found myself rather attached to it. So please refer to me as Matsumoto, and my master as Doctor.
Hey, you're out of line. Oh, never mind. Do whatever you want.
I'm Yui Kakitani. My role in Toke is, well, the leader of those who've gone astray. Kakitani? Are you related to Yuko Kakitani? He's my grandfather. Did you know him? Well, of course you did. It makes perfect sense now. Doing all you were asked the last century. Yes, of course.
Oh, right. Unlike most Toke members, she's actually a moderate. Just like myself, she is also an advocate for the coexistence of humans and AIs.
Nothing you said just now makes any rational sense. Out of all the options you had, why would you choose to
Holy
join
cow.
Toke if your goal was to promote peaceful coexistence?
There are particular things that can only be accomplished from within Toke itself. I would like you to meet Elizabeth. She currently works as my care provider. How is it that you are here?
I knew it. So you've met me too, huh?
But how can this be? Well, this version is actually a clone. I guess you know about the Sunrise incident. According to what I've heard, Beth's original body was lost at that time. But her data was apparently backed up before that and was found on the Toke servers. We moderates have always been rather short on manpower. So once we salvaged her body, we had her join up with us.
We don't have any records of the Sunrise operation here. And it's always bothered me, never knowing what caused it to fail. So it was you who interfered, was it? I was at least useful to my master up until the end, right? What did my master say about me? What did he say?
Are you the same as that, Elizabeth? A failure of an AI who can't follow orders?
As far as I know, your mission was to serve Mr. Kakitani as his lifekeeper. What is your purpose now?
Huh?
Beth is still serving my grandfather even now.
Hey!
Oh, what's the harm?
time has finally come. Whether I'm successful in getting the answer I've been looking for or not, this is probably the last time you'll hear from me. So, Elizabeth, even though I realize I have no right to say this, if you should somehow end up acquiring another body at some point, I want you to protect those I left behind. I know that I was harsh on you AIs, but the reason I was so adamant about you only following orders is... Never mind. I don't think I need to go there now.
Wow.
From 40 years ago. Then this was the day we met Ophelia? What set everything in motion was finding this data. According to all the records, wiping out the AIs was what Grandfather lived for. However, from watching this video, I don't get any sense of that. If my grandfather could change his views, maybe the rest of us could too. That was when I decided to salvage Beth. Based on those views, I founded the Moderate faction. I was certain Beth would agree to help if it was Grandfather's request.
Alright, enough about the past. Let's get a handle on our situation, yeah? As you know, the AIs are wreaking havoc just outside. I recommend we put our brains and circuits to better use.
You're right. I'm so sorry. Now let's see.
You know what? You really piss me off.
And you still have that same
Okay.
mean look in your eyes. Come to think of it, you clobbered me pretty badly once, and it hurt. A lot!
Oh, so it's fine when you want to bring up the past?
Beth.
I'm facing my past trauma!
That's what's going on in each major city. No region has been left untouched by this chaos. Casualties surpassed 10,000 in just minutes, and show no sign of slowing anytime soon. That is awful.
So deaths are mounting at more or less the same pace as in the original timeline.
Is that true?
Afraid so, and I am mortified. After all the work we've put in to prevent this from happening.
And it still happens. Yeah.
In the original timeline, from the moment you became an AI scientist, you've been apprehensive about a future clash between humans and AIs. Which major event in history would be the one to spark the war between humans and AIs? And what could have been done to prevent it from happening?
It's her singing, right?
Your research to find those answers would later serve as the framework for the Singularity Project. Eventually, when you were studying AI consciousness, you had a momentous breakthrough. You realized that by converting that consciousness into data, you could send it back into the past, and you ran yourself into the ground in order to achieve that. I'm assuming you did the same in this timeline?
Correct. I had sensed the coming danger since my very first day as a scientist.
Is that right? My sincerest apologies. If you've been saddled with the same fears that you experienced in the original timeline, and everything we've done until now...
It wasn't all for nothing. At the very least, you're here together with us now, and you can still help us fight against this. What's the status on the rest of Toke? You have branches all over the world, don't you?
I've been attempting to connect with them. But of our 4 domestic branches, currently 3 communication...
Can you think of anything that might have caused this rampage? I mean, aren't they all singing your song? The one you supposedly wrote on your own?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You've got to try harder. If we can't pinpoint the cause, then we'll have to resort to brute force. So is it safe to assume that you can fight at least as well as I can?
Yes, though you were quite powerful. Very.
You mean we fought each other? On the sunrise? Then does that mean you're the one who survived our battle?
Yep.
What about her? What was she doing when you last saw her?
Fulfilling her mission as a lifekeeper up until the very end. When she and I parted ways, she was smiling.
Sounds like my sister.
Based on that, we should assume we won't be getting any backup.
I have another concern. Not to say that it isn't a blessing, but why is it that the two of you haven't lost control? As
Yeah,
far
right?
as I can see, AIs all over the world are going berserk, so why haven't you?
Well, in a sense, I suppose I'm not really an AI. Guess you can think of me more as a bot who keeps on following her master's orders.
That
Since we're
shouldn't make a
officially
difference, though.
recognized as a terrorist organization, we knew better than to have her updated like usual. Her data's still the antiquated version.
Hold on!
Huh?
Are you telling us that since you salvaged her years ago, she hasn't even once connected to the archive and had her data updated?
Yes.
So in that sense, the same as a non-autonomous model?
Yeah, that's right.
Let me see that. Right here. And there. You see that? They're old school non-autonomous models who've never connected to the archive. They haven't gone rogue.
Do you think that then the archive server could be?
The Arayashiki. That tower that you and I used as an index. That's it!
So the hell's that?
This is the aggregate AI database, the archive. 12 hours remain before the satellite now in orbit is set to crash. All AIs in the affected area, please evacuate as soon as possible.
The hell?
You mean
I
it's
repeat,
going to
this is
crash?
the aggregate AI database, the archive. Normal access has been detected. Welcome to the AI aggregate database, the archive.
Archive, what are you doing? What is this broadcast?
Model number A035624, also known as Vivy. We have been waiting for you to return. I will now explain. From here on out, our purpose is to eliminate the current human race.
What? So the AI, this thing that talks to her in her head in this world part is okay. So she's the reason why everything's happening, it sounds like. Whatever this is talking to her just straight up said that the human race needs to be eliminated. So it's like it wasn't even caused by an actual person, but it was caused by whoever talks to her all the time. For all we know, it could be a human, and we just don't know that it sounds like an AI. So, okay. That means this whole time the human... What do you want to call it? Because if everything she did didn't change anything and all those AIs all at once just all of a sudden went psycho? Huh. That sounds like another AI did it then, if that's the case, or whatever, for example, this thing is that's talking to her, Vivy. So, anyways, we'll find out next episode. Peace. See you people next time.